Here we go then. What a match to try and follow. Marc Fleming and Jake McCartney have to ensure that this isn't after the Lord Mayor's show. Huge quarter-final to come here for Scotland and Australia. Marc Fleming kicked it off on his opening break, and what a break it was as well. This first frame may not take long for Jake McCartney, who will get first poke. Stephen Jamieson and Ultimate Pool professional Dave McNamara with you on the commentary for this one. And Dave, just before we get going in this match, and Jake, I don't think will take long to do so, that last quarter-final was something special, wasn't it?
Oh, it was, it had everything, didn't it? Ups, downs. Sean Story didn't look like he was going to lose it, and then Ronan come back, and then Ronan was giving Sean Story a chance to get the draw at the end when he kept not potting his balls, and we were all in the other room going, what are you doing? And then he got the 6-red shootout. But I mean, Sean's so good at them 6-red shootouts, but he does practice them a lot, so he was favourite going into it, and 18 seconds, that was some performance from Sean.
Yeah, it certainly was. Jake McCartney then with first go. And these reds are all sitting very pretty for Jake's start. Can't imagine this one will take too long. And these are just the sorts of finishes that you want early on in a game. These two have sort of had to ignore all the madness in the last match, although I know both of them were out there watching the 6-red shootout. Mark's actually been out there for a little while longer, catching the end of that one, get the sense he was wanting to see how the table was playing and just take it all in, get used to his surroundings. Jake, on the other hand, has been there and done it with Ultimate Pool. There's nothing new for him here.
Yeah, definitely. I see Mark was watching quite a lot of the game, and he was practicing a lot before. You know, Mark being a new professional, I know he did play amazing yesterday, but every day's a new day. So he was just, you know, having a little check out, see how the table was playing, and he looked confident coming in. So, I mean, it was a terrible first break for him, so we want to put that behind him, but it's a dream start for Jake.
Yeah, Jake didn't look wholly happy with the angle he left himself a moment ago on the red to the left centre. I mean, if he has rerouted, he's done it perfectly. This is pretty nice to go put yourself 1-0 in front.
Jake is that laid back. He came in with his little bobble hat on because he's always cold in England, about 5 minutes before the 6-red shootout.
Well, he's done pretty well. But, oh, where's that cue ball? He's okay, Jakey.
Yeah, definitely. He put some serious hours in as well. He was practicing with Ronan for a lot today as well, so he's put the hours in for tonight, and then he probably would have went home, had a bite to eat, and have a chill, and come back to do the business today. But like you say, a dedicated pro. He's moved over from Australia to for Ultimate Pool, so just shows he means business.
And what a break that is. Get to know Jake, and you'll soon tell you he's the best player in the world at screwing the ball in off into the top corner pockets off the break, but it's something he's put a lot of time into in 2023 in particular, and that's the sort of break that he is absolutely looking to hit. This first shot could be key, but he misses the first red. Didn't quite get the cannon perfect either. And first mistake in the match, and it's Jake McCartney's of all people. Didn't see one coming there.
I think if he would have potted that in the heart of the pocket, he would have actually got the cannon right. So playing at that pace, they always can pop out. But this is tricky for Mark here. There's an actual saying for yellows here, because he could maybe flick one of them yellows off the red over the hole, and I think that's why he's playing the double.
Yeah, it's a big shot.
Oh, and that's the difference on these tables and the out arena tables. The cushions play a little bit different due to the heating, the table light, so it does play a lot different.
Yeah, that was Jake's miss, and you can see it was a pretty clear miss, just thumped it into the far jaw. You have to be uber precise in those middle pockets from those sorts of angles. But he's still going to go reds.
He's missed the cannon. Oh, and
oh, he's in trouble here.
Yeah. You hear his little famous pop sound that he does whenever he runs out of position. He's one of the nicest fellas you'll ever meet, Jake, isn't he? Same with Mark as well, to be honest. Two of the good guys of pool playing right here, so can't really pick a winner.
Yeah, and both really well supported and backed as well, partly because of that.
Oh,
what an effort this is,
what
Jake.
Oh,
Jakey.
Yeah, he pointed his cue there and he didn't apologise, so he's definitely played it. That's a fantastic shot.
What a dig from Jake Star this is.
Wow.
That's up there for shot of the tournament so far for me. That is special from Jake McCartney.
And I tell you what, I think he's got a nice position here to pot this red in the top right as we look at it. Maybe. Oh no, he's not taking it on. Maybe he doesn't.
Yeah, he's still got to work really hard to get out from here.
Oh,
Another double.
Goodness me. And I think he's straight. And he's been a bit... Oh yeah, his body reaction says he's straight, because if he was just off angle, he could have gone into his bad red. But he's some shot maker, Jake McCartney.
Yeah, what a shot that is.
It's perfect. He's hit that so well. He's hit it too well. He's ended up straight on this red.
Yeah, he can probably manufacture a little bit of angle, but not loads.
Is he trying to score off the side rail and into the yellow side? No way.
What a shot.
That's
And
an
he's been
effort.
very unlucky.
Look how much side he's got on that ball. It's still spinning. Wow, that's a smash. But you know what? He might have another shot. He might be able to double this back off the red in between the gap of the yellows. You'll have to hit a bit of pace, though, I think.
Well, hold on to your hats, folks.
Oh no, he's gone for the middle. Maybe he couldn't. And he got second prize there. He's pushed one of Mark's yellows over to the right-hand side of the table, so it doesn't have a pocket now. So that's a bit of work for Mark.
Well, an entertaining visit to the table from the Australian Jake McCartney, but it is going to end up with Marc Fleming with an excellent chance to win the frame. He's got ball superiority here. Not the greatest shot Mark's ever played.
No, I think he was a bit stuck in two minds there, and he's ended up leaving. He's definitely left him the double. And after the shot that Jake's just pulled out then, it's a dangerous game, and Mark just hasn't settled yet.
Yeah, that old phrase, you don't settle till you win your first frame, and that was a touchy little shot there for Marc Fleming. Didn't get it right. Consequences could be dire.
I think if he gets the double, he'll come round and he'll be on him. Oh, he would have been on the red as well, would he? Yeah, I think he would have.
But again, that red's travelled to a slightly awkward position, I think, for Mark's yellows. Wasn't a million miles away from the double.
Mark will be made up to get another opportunity there. He must have thought the worst when he left Jake that double.
Yeah, I mean, Mark's already made 2 mistakes in this match, which is 2 more than he made in the entire match that he played in the last 16 against Rob Warren, where he was absolutely amazing, faultless.
Unbelievable. I mean,
He's play safe again here.
He was awesome against Gareth as well, so just shows how good Mark is. For your first professional event, you turn up and you play Gaz Potts, who's definitely one of, if not the best player of all time, and you beat him in his own club in your first ever event. I mean, shows some bottle from Mark that.
Jake's got to get his protractor out. What's he seeing?
I think he's trying to come off 3 and cut it back. He wants to miss the yellows. Oh, Doug just wants a double kiss. Oh no, that's unlucky. And the bite of the cue from Jake Star there. That's unlucky, that. Because if he hits that red and doesn't go in off, Mark's still got a lot of problems with that yellow near that red.
Big time.
But now he can play it off the red. Stun it dead. There we go. A bit hampered queuing now though, but he should be okay.
Yeah, yellow's now huge favourite to go and win the frame, and Mark should be able to take these down.
It's a lovely shot. He puts a lot of work in, Mark. A lot of practice. Got his own club up in Scotland and made it to gorgeous one as well. Him and his brother Ryan.
Yeah, and you know, I was really interested to see how Mark would do. I've always thought he was a tremendous player, but you know, he played well on the Challenger Series this year without ever really having a deep run, and that's not necessarily a bad thing in the sense of it's very difficult to have a deep run on the Challenger Series. You can often run into top-class players who just play well and keep you off the table, and there's probably 100 challenger players who could all tell stories like that at some point this season. But he had one semi-final a few weeks ago in the Arena Lights on the Challenger Series, and really played by his standards very, very poorly. And
was that against Ian Alley?
yeah, it was.
I remember that one.
Didn't play well, and I just sort of feared for him a little bit with obviously the environment and the shot clocks and all the rest of it. That he would, take some time to get used to it. But goodness me, has he proved me wrong in that sense with his first day in this competition. He's looked at home here as well. A couple of iffy shots to get going, but you always settle once you get your first frame on the board, and Marc Fleming has done just that. So Fleming back on the break. It's 1 apiece. Remember, we are playing 2 sets, best of. So it is 2 sets of 40 minutes. Race to 7 in each set, or 0 on the clock, whichever comes first. We can have halved sets if the scores are level at 0 on the clock. And as you saw, if it's 1 set apiece, after 2 sets, we'll decide them with a 6-red shootout. Sean Storey getting through the world champion Ronan McCarthy in our first quarter-final of the evening.
And it's a nice little layout for Marc here. He's got a couple of problem balls on the left-hand side of the table. He can maybe go into it now, and look at Sean laughing there, knowing he's safely into the semi-final tomorrow. And he's just flicked it off. But has he left himself on another ball? I don't think he has. I think he's going to have to play the one that he's just developed into the right-hand side.
Yeah, he may have the gap to the top right, but I'm not sure he does.
And is he screwing it, or is he topping it?
That's a good shot here.
Yeah. He's topping it, so he's going into the other red. Hopefully he goes cushion first and kicks the red out. Or is it the jaw? And he's missed the pot.
Those weren't easy. And Marc Fleming running aground early on here.
And he's made more mistakes in this game than he probably did the whole of yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. And, that can happen. It's incredibly difficult to play one session of ball pretty much perfect and go and repeat that. That is what tends to separate the good from the great. And
Jake was looking at the 2 yellows on the left-hand side of the table, seeing if one of them went past the red, and if that does, he's got a fairly routine finish, but if he doesn't, he's got a little bit of work to do. Lovely cue down the rail. And I can't really tell which ball Jake's taking on. Is he taking the one closer to the cushion? Yeah, I think he is, and I think he's going to try. Oh, they both go.
Yeah, it is the tougher one. He could use that to develop the other, though. And, well, is he on anything? Has he got the gap to the one to the bottom left? I'm not sure.
No, I think he might have to take on the combination shot, or maybe the double. I know, we can't really tell from there.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. I mean, he's not even. The fact he's not even looking at it tells me it doesn't. Looks like the combination shot wants both balls to drop here.
And if he plays up to...
Oh, Jakey. I tell you what, Dave, he's played some shots already. We are 2.5 frames into this, and Jake McCartney has played 3 world-class shots.
Unbelievable. That is such a tough shot. And he got the perfect position.
It's difficult to actually describe to those who don't know just how difficult that shot is. The only way that goes in is if you are ball width perfect on the pot.
Yeah. And the fact pace he had to play it at, he had to screw down the table and take position on the other yellows, and wow, if that's not on the highlight reel, I don't know what is.
Yeah, that was really, really impressive.
I was 3-2 up and 6-3 down, and all I've done was break twice, and it's a crazy standard.
Yeah, there's crazy standards. Then there was, I think, what Chris produced earlier on. I really do think it was special. He wasn't just finishing. He was finishing tough chances.
Exactly. That's what I've I was speaking to a few friends. I said it was, he was taking out finish after finish, but they weren't there. They weren't easy. He had to develop balls, and he was frightening, to be honest. So
that's one of those where you're never ever happy to lose, but it's one you can just hold your hands up and say, you know what, wasn't meant to be today.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Definitely. I said that to my dad. He come down. I said, I'm absolutely heartbroken that I didn't even get a chance. I only had 4 chances and I took 3 of them. So I seen it all over social media how well he played, and it was just, after I stopped sulking, I was like, yeah, fair play, Chris.
Yeah, you maybe don't have to feel like that instantly, but yeah, it's good to hear you got there eventually.
And he got a golden break against me, and we have a good laugh about that, me and Chris, and he actually winked at me when he done it.
He did. I saw that. It gave me some enjoyment, let me tell you.
Oh, didn't me at the time. I had to laugh it off.
Well, it wasn't just the fact he did it once; he did it twice. The performance against Dan Eaton Lees following that was equally, if not even more special. Truly awesome stuff from Chris Melling this afternoon. And as I say, you will want to tune in to that quarter-final and the one before tomorrow afternoon. Jack Whelan and Tom Ford will kick off at 11. Chris Melling versus Tom Ford, Jordan Shepherd rather at 11. Yeah. Jack Whelan and Chris Melling kick off at 1 o'clock.
Tom Ford was outstanding, wasn't he, as well, against Tom Cousins and Dom Cooney.
Yeah, it's some lineup that, it really is. And we'll also see at the end of that session tomorrow afternoon, our first semi-final, Sean Storey is already in it. Jake McCartney and Marc Fleming looking to join him. Jake McCartney about to go 3 frames to 1 up. It was a brilliant break and a really routine finish in the end for Jake Starr. That was just clinical, playing at Players Pool and Snooker in Newcastle under Lyme. Jake lives around the corner when he's here. He's made lots of friends in the space of the last couple of years.
Fan favourite now, isn't he, in Players? Comes in and automatically everyone lets on to him, and he lets on to everyone back. Like I say, he's such a nice fella. You could speak to him for hours as well.
And he's back at the table again following a dry break from Marc Fleming. Long way to go in this match. No cause for too much concern just yet for Marc, but it still hasn't really felt like he's got truly going in this match.
No, I agree. We haven't seen too much of him at the table. That's because Jake's played so well for one. So it's, because it's a 2-set match, Marc can just, even if he gets beat 7-1 this set, reset, go again, and even if he wins 7-6, you're guaranteed that shootout. So you've just got to keep focused and keep playing. And I think Jake might be playing this yellow next to the red in the bottom left. And as he plays this, he might move the red and the yellow. He might play it in a sec then. Just trying to think how he's going to get around that. I think he's going to... Oh. I think he's okay though. Because as he pots this yellow, he will bump the red out the way and maybe be on the yellow. But he might also flick the yellow near the black. Yeah,
this he doesn't like it because this is a little bit laced with danger. Needs to be really careful with this cannon because, as I say, I think that red's going into the yellow very easily, so he's really got to be careful.
I think it might screw off well, he might flip the yellow near the black like that, and that is what I was scared of. But oh, the whites just went a little bit tall. He can actually play this yellow over the middle pocket down the rail now.
Yeah, and just screw straight back.
Yeah, he's I won't say he's got away with one, but it's definitely not the route he was going to take. And the way Jake's queuing, he might need to top it through and then play it. And the way Jake's queuing, I just back him to pot absolutely everything.
Yeah, I actually quite like his route here. So he's looking at a little top through, just to the top right. He'll then take the one in the middle of the table down to the bottom left, and he's got a natural to come down towards this bottom right corner pocket. No, he is going to screw it.
Teasing us, wasn't he, with where he was putting his cue?
Yeah, just showing us he's got all the shots.
He has finished about 6 inches too short there, so he's going to have to play another good shot. Yeah, he's going to have to try and look at finding the gap between the yellow and the red in the middle of the table and playing the yellow into the bottom right as we see it.
Yeah, his line will take him quite close to the red here. Might even use it as a target.
Yeah, definitely. That's what he wants to hit. And if he goes through that, he's even better, and that's a great shot. Doesn't even chalk his cue. That's how perfect he is. He's down and on it.
Yeah, another impressive visit to the table from Jake McCartney, who has settled perfectly into this quarter-final.
No matter how old you are, I think the youth setup's really good up there, and the masters and senior setup as well. So, you know, it doesn't matter how old you are, where you're from in Scotland, you know how to play pool.
Well, that was comfortably Jake's worst hit break of his 3 so far, and he's not been rewarded for it with a ball, which feels like justice a little bit for Marc Fleming.
And he's just overrun that as well, Mark, and you can tell his little head tilt, he's gone a bit too far, and just shows what a couple of days off can do, especially because he was practicing hard before on the outer arena table, and this is easier, a good foot quicker than the outer arena tables, and the cushions play so different.
Yeah, loading this up with left-hand side.
Yeah. He's got a lovely touch though, Mark. Look at that, he used the yellow on purpose. Had a look at his tip then. Now he's okay.
Yeah, cued that one in really nicely. Did really well just to hold that cue ball.
Yeah, he played perfect actually. Oh, he's okay. You can actually float down to the bottom half of the table as we see it, and he's got a choice to put one of the reds into the left-hand centre, or if he gets on it, he can play on the one over the hole. Was he screwing it? No, I think he's just rolling it through. He's playing it with a bit of side to get on the one on the rail. There you go.
Yeah, options really for Fleming here.
Gotta be careful here though, because I think he's going to take the one over the pocket and then come out. He wants to be straight on this, because if he goes too far, it just gives himself a little headache. If he goes too short. No, he's perfect. What a touch that is. It's a harder shot than it looks like, especially on this table.
Yeah, judging the pace is always so key, and now this is dot to dot. He may have just, if he's hypercritical, have ran a fraction too far, but I think he's absolutely fine here.
Yeah, Mark knows this is a frame ball, so he's got just a little bridge over the yellow. And this is what you were on about, JMO, saying that he's gone a little bit too far.
And we are talking millimetres, as you can see. Yeah, he's fine.
I wonder where he's gonna
touch of the Phil Harrisons there, I think,
Yeah.
making a rather big deal of a seemingly perfect position.
Yeah, I just think because he was left-handed, he was sort of bridging over that yellow, which was just causing his hands a few things, and that's perfect. Fantastic finish from Mark there.
Yeah, 4-1 down. Marc Fleming needed this. Lovely visit to the table. "17 minutes and change remain, and Marc Fleming is back in the hunt at 4-2.
It just turned into a dish fest, hasn't it, recently? And last year it was frightening as well. Remember, was it Jordan Shepherd and Tom Cousins game?
Amazing stand-up, but at the same time, it's not just the. I feel like it's not just a dish fest, as you mentioned. We're seeing plenty of great finishes. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, we're seeing the tactical acumen of plenty of players rise as the knowledge of the rule set and what have you increases over the last couple of years, and we're seeing the pace, the aggression, the intelligence all increase over the last year, and it's really coming to a quite beautiful head.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely the tactical side with the loss of turn. You're sort of second favourite if you take the pocket early nowadays, because people can just play that loss of turn shot, and you know, coming from different rule sets, that was tougher to adapt than some people might have thought. So, because you know we've played a year or two of these rules now, it's definitely improving. Not that we've seen many tactical frames, because they all just everyone's so good now. They just get on with it and go for them, and usually get them. But every now and then, it's nice to see a good tactical frame. And I think Marc wants to be on the one down the rail now, and he's a bit disappointed. There you go, a little puff of the cheeks. He's going to have to play the one near the bulk line and leave yourself a nice angle on the bottom, one on the top rail.
Yeah, and I think we're almost only really just getting started when it comes to what we'll discover with this rule set. You know, the majority of players on this tour have only really been playing them sort of full time for a couple of years. There's some who've had a experience with Chinese 8-ball and all the rest of it, but you know, if you take a look at other rule sets like world rules, black ball, what have you, you know, people played them for, you know, a decade before we really saw what could be achieved and how high the level could go.
Oh, Marc thought he missed that. He doesn't want to be hampered. Oh, Marc, how's your cueing? This will tell us a lot on how he's feeling. He's just got to get the pot and screw back anywhere near the left-hand side of the rail.
Yeah, he looks almost dead straight on this, which may mean he has to pinch the pocket slightly to get an angle he wants.
Doesn't know where to put his hand, but Marc's such a good cueist. I back him to get this 9 out of 10. Look at that, perfect.
Bang.
Centre pocket. He's actually cued it that well, he's got nowhere near the rail. He's got 6 inches off. That was perfect. That was a fantastic shot. Shots like that as well, Jamie, will give you so much confidence, you know, that you can pot them under pressure.
Super stuff from Marc Fleming. He is right back in this one as we tick underneath the quarter of an hour to go mark. It's 4-3.
In pool history, as he says.
Oh, not like
Where's
that.
the black? Where's 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 the black?
Golden break for Jake McCartney. And I tell you what, you won't see many hit much better than that.
Oh, look at him. You know he wants to celebrate.
He absolutely crunched those.
Did he say, yeah, baby?
I think so.
Oh, and that is a kick in the teeth of your Marc. Look at that. It misses every ball.
I mean, he did absolutely wallop that break. He caught that beautifully.
We heard him in the studio back here, didn't we? We're in a different room. That's how hard he hit them.
And first thing he did in the day.
8 ball, 8 ball, 8 ball. It was tracking.
It was. So was the cue ball at one stage there. Marc Fleming got away with it. Yeah, first shot of the day yesterday against Lee Anderson. Brand new Ultimate Pool Pro. And the very first thing that Jake McCartney did was golden break and give it an absolutely massive celebration. I just remember thinking, if you're Lee Anderson, you must be thinking, what have I signed up for?
Oh, that's hilarious, because me and Lee are friends, and I wish I knew that, because I didn't actually watch the first frame, but oh, wow.
Yeah, I really felt for him.
I don't.
Friends like these and all that. But Marc Fleming needs to put that to one side and just get back to business. And he hit a good break himself here. And 5-3, whilst it's very much in Jake McCartney's hands, it's very much not game over in this set just yet. 13 minutes left, was plenty of time. We haven't even begun to get into the 15-second portion of the match just yet.
So yeah, Marc's cue ball control here has been fantastic so far.
Yeah, he's really warmed up, hasn't he?
He just needs to get a nice little angle on this second slash red to then screw back down the table. He doesn't want to be straight or wrong side. He's got to play it really nice. Delicate shot.
Yeah, he's perfect.
Looks good. You know you've hit it well when you sort of back away from the table and you check the angle. Sort of what did they call it? A body reaction. It's just a natural, and he was perfect, and fantastic finish from Marc.
Yeah, perfect response.
Especially after the golden break. Oh, great finish by Marc. He's flying.
Yeah, he's not hanging about, and that's important too. Don't want to leave too much time on that match clock. It may come into use. 5-4. These two have flown through this first set.
Oh, the black's moving again.
That's another cruncher from Jake McCartney.
He has got a lot of headaches in this frame now, so he does take these out. It will be a fantastic finish, but there's a few clusters on the table. I'd probably say red to the colour set here.
Red balls on.
Just wants to be careful here, Jake, because he doesn't want to chase a finish and end up falling short near the end. He's going to try and find the gap here, I think. Yeah, he's played that really well. I think he's looking at the black now to see if the black actually doubles. Or trebles, it might even treble. I know people might be thinking that's a crazy shot, but the shots that Jake can play, it's not crazy whatsoever. I think doesn't want to go behind it.
Oh, yeah, a little nudge there. He wanted to be on this red down the left side rail. He's having a good look. I don't think he's on it.
And this is where the shot clock automatically keeps ticking and you just forget about it. And all of a sudden, the beeps catch you out. I love Jake's shirt, by the way. just want to throw it out there.
So a safety from Jake McCartney. He's got it wrong. Wanted to, if he could, glue the cue ball to the back of that red. And Marc Fleming has a chance. It's not an easy one. I mean, I don't think the yellows are dead set as a plant up to the top of the table. Not that it's a particularly difficult one to set yourself anyway, but the yellow and the 8 balls on the left side of the table certainly need a little bit of work. His biggest problem is that the yellow underneath the 8 ball, if he goes into the 8 ball to move it all together, the yellow's going towards the red. It may not come out for him.
I think if he does go into it, he might have to play the double.
Oh, and you can see there, that's a problem as well. I sort of assumed that yellow passed. It does not.
Oh, Mark's got away with murder. No, he hasn't. Yes, he has.
Wow.
Wow. Knuckle, 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 he went then. Watch this, knuckle, knuckle, and then he goes over there. Why knocking? It was actually a good shot with the yellow.
Yeah, he just didn't. I don't think he had the time to really think about the cue ball that much. It's a good shot from Jake in response, but he knows he's second favourite in this frame now.
I think Mark will be trying to take. No, he's not taking the plant on.
Might be taking the pot on, top right.
And then getting down the top of the table and playing the snooker. Always played the develop, and he's left Jake. It's a tough chance, but it's one that he might definitely have a go at. Oh, it's hit a finger mark, I think, but I think he's still got a decent angle here.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, when you roll the ball at that sort of pace at dead weight, it really doesn't take much to slide it ever so slightly off.
And look at this, look at this.
How about that from Jake?
I think the roll helped him.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we could all use a finger mark every now and then when they come out like that.
The fact is cue action's very, very good, and he's very good at them shots. But oh,
Yeah,
he's having a run round. Is he? Is he? Yes. Just wanted to add some drama to it.
Brilliant visit to the table from Jake McCartney until that point.
I told you, J-Mo, I told you, it just looked a bit tight, and the way he ran round the table just told me that he wasn't comfortable, and wow.
Well, a wry smile from Jake. He might not be smiling in a moment because Marc Fleming here has a brilliant chance to go 5-5 with around about 6 minutes and change remaining, and it is all to play for in the first set.
I tell you what, I don't think Mark had a proper look then. I know you're on a 15-second shot clock. Oh, fabulous. Fabulous shot. And he can, where that other yellow's gone now, he can actually stun this ball in down the rail. And if he misses, he's got the snooker. And if he pots it, he's absolutely perfect to roll the next yellow in to the right-hand centre. Like
just like that.
Yeah, perfect. Lovely jubbly from Marco.
Yeah, he wants to be nice and tidy on this yellow down the rail, just to make sure. He was too straight on that one, but that's not a bad shot. 2 cushions on the screw back.
The only problem is he might be near the rail on the black. Won't be a problem for Mark. The back of the head. Jaw. Ah, lovely.
Yeah, he'll take that all day.
Definitely, because it was going to come down and probably where his hand is now. It's going to be a much difficult black.
Oh, I can't believe it.
And that is, oh, wow.
Well, what a moment in the match. Jake McCartney gifted
An
a
assist.
frame. And he goes on the hill. Don't have to worry about anything like that. That's a big, big moment.
Black,
8 ball.
8 ball, 8 ball. Oh, I want to see another
Was
one.
moving. Right then, Marc Fleming. You've still got just a shade under 6 minutes. You need 3 frames to win the set. 2 frames to halve it. I'll tell you what, if you offered him 2 frames and the clock's stopping right now, he would bite your hand off.
I think he's going to play, when he plays this plant down the rail, I think he'll be going cushion into the yellow and red at the same time. The only problem is the yellow that he hits might be going towards the reds. Just like that. So if he did get it, he has to play another cannon, and Jake won't be rushing here, let me tell you that now.
No, it's probably in Jake's interest to slow this frame down, because yellows, I mean, yellows are horrible here. Reds have all the advantage in the frame. They're not easy, but you'd certainly rather be reds than yellows here.
Oh yeah, 100%. And sometimes you get to a point at this spot that Jake's might be thinking, I'm just going to pot a few balls to take some time off the clock and then play a tactical foul, or you might play the tactical foul now and then try and play a snooker at the same time near the bulk end.
Yeah, he's looking at the loss of turn. That was...
Doesn't want a skill shot though, he doesn't want to skill shot it.
Well, that keeps him at the table, which is not exactly what he wanted, but he can play a snooker here, which I think will be the port of call.
Maybe he did want to pot it and that was where he was going and what he was going for.
Yeah, get out of this.
I think Mark's got 2 cushions here, and he might even go 3 and hit the red near the yellow.
Well, is he going to look to play the red nearest the corner pocket and go game?
Yeah, he is.
He is. He's not far
Foul.
off it.
Oh no, double kill. Good
He
shot.
doesn't foul. It's a good shot. Must hit a cushion after contact with every shot that you take, regardless of if you're snookered, and that was a great effort from Marc Fleming. Jake, again here, has to play another very good shot.
Tying the black up, clever.
Very clever.
That was such an underrated shot. Like, I wasn't even thinking about that, to be honest. I was thinking, where can you hide the white? And yeah, he really has played the right shot there.
Jake McCartney just longing this frame out. The more he can take off the match clock here. Remember, Mark must win 2 frames at least to get something from this set. Jake more than happy to keep doing this until that clock strikes 0.
It's go time for Marco now. He's going to have to pot this and play with a bit of pace and go into the reds. Oh, hang on. It could be off 4. Could be in. Could be in.
Ooh. He wasn't a million miles away. Just wonder if Jake will go here, because he's got a couple of difficult balls. Not got an easy first pot either.
No, it's not easy. I think he might be playing the treble. Oh, he's playing the backwards double. Where's the cue ball?
Oh, what a result.
He's got away with murder.
That is an incredible result.
Look at him running away from Mark then, because he know he got away. Mark still has got a pot on. But not now. Oh, not now. Needs it to drop.
Just a good shot.
But this is playing into Jake's hands in a way, because every time he comes back to the table, he's taking 15 seconds at least off the shot clock. Off the match clock, sorry. Oh. Great effort, great. But Mark's going to have a... I reckon he's going to have a good attempt at a double on the black here, and then he'll have about 1 minute 20, 1 minute 30 to claw back the last frame.
Yeah, he needs help.
Does it go on the corner?
Well, I think it does, but I think he's absolutely dead straight on it, which means he's...
Top it through.
Yeah, he's going to play a really good shot here.
He wants to be just past the bulk line for the double in the middle. Just past the bulk line. No, he's too short. He is on the treble. Oh, he still might play the back double.
Yeah, we're looking top right, or... No, it is going to be middle left.
Off the yellow. What are you saying? Off the yellow. Off the yellow. Ooh.
And that should be that. 1:20 on the clock. Jake McCartney with 4 open yellows in the 8 ball. And this set has really hung in the balance for much of the last 15 minutes. Looks like it's going to be the Aussie to get over the line.
Yeah, and he's just going to roll these in and waiting for the beeps, making sure after he missed that black, nothing's easy now.
I mean, you know it yourself, when you get to this stage of the match, you can't take a single shot for granted.
Absolutely nothing. Pressure does funny things out there. Unless you're Jake McCartney, and pressure's for tyres, apparently.
Yeah, that's been his catchphrase, hasn't it, for the last couple of years.
I'm going to see if he still thinks pressure's for tyres when he missed that black into the middle. And that is 1-0 in sets to Jake McCartney.
It certainly is. Perfect from Jake to close this one out, and he goes 1-0 up in the quarter-final and has 1 foot in the semis. Marc Fleming must win the next set, and if he does, it'll be 6-red shootout time once again. It's a brilliant start from Jake McCartney, who gets us underway with a flyer. Some highlight reel shots from Jake Starr in that one. High quality throughout and high drama as well. This second set is all poised for a Marc Fleming comeback or for a Jake McCartney home run. Who goes through to the semi? We'll find out when we return. Jake McCartney, who is 1-0 up and has the cards as it stands at the moment. It needs a good first break. Our first shot. It's a slightly clustered layout to kick things off, but a reminder, in case you need it, that this is the second set of 2. Jake McCartney only needs to draw this set. Marc Fleming must win it to stay in the tournament, but even if he does, the only way he can qualify now through to the semi-final against Sean Storey is by way of 6-red shootout. So he must win this set.
And this is where Jake can, I wouldn't say relax, but there's a little bit of pressure off you knowing that even if you do lose this set, you're still in a 6-red shootout. And it's probably the other way for Marc, thinking, you know, he's got to play really well and then hopefully get a bit of luck on the 6-red shootout. So both players have mixed sort of emotions right now.
Yeah, and I think you're absolutely spot on, and I'd have said the same, but I mean, you look at the last match between Sean Storey and Ronan McCarthy, and the way that Sean Storey was playing that last 10 minutes, you wouldn't have said that was a player playing without pressure. He was still desperate to win that, that set, even with his record in 6-red shootout. So I wonder if it will change that much. Jake's also not played the best of shots to kick things off there, and that cannon hasn't worked out ideal either. He's chasing here. He's having to dig really deep. He's played a couple of good shots and not really been rewarded for them.
Unless it does sneak past, but he hasn't given much away with his body. Sorry, his body reaction.
Yeah, but
he's playing the double here.
Jake McCartney's body language tends to give absolutely... He could be absolutely delighted out there and you wouldn't really know.
No, you're right.
Double is there. I think this yellow does slide past the red. How do you solve the yellow up to the top left? I mean, it's handy that he's got a yellow over the middle pocket. He can try and engineer something that he's looking at there, but...
He could even go into it now, you know, off 2 cushions. I think if it flies in, he might be. See if he's revving up. I think he might be going into it now off 2. There you go.
What a call. Maybe off 3. What a shot that is from Jake McCartney, and he still might not be on it. He's definitely not on it now, and I think even if he dives this one into the middle pocket, I'm not sure he can see the potting angle.
I think he's going to have to pot this thick and then come off the side cushion, like bottom cushion as we're looking at it, and back down and play on the double, or actually the cocked hat. Off 3 and into the middle. I know this sounds crazy, but it's a bit too late to play safe now, so he's going to get forced into playing a big shot after this one. I actually think he might end up playing on the cocked hat into the middle. 1, 2. Oh, he's gone too far. Yeah, and he's gone too far. He wanted to be around the bulk line to play the double, but I think he's still got the double. It's just so thin. Yeah, he's looking maybe at the treble.
Can he maybe do what he did in the first round? Look at the
kick it.
Come behind it. No, it does look like the back double.
Yeah, it just doesn't know where the white's going. The white's going to be flying.
And he's got it. That gloriously.
He's got it. And is that red going to go over the middle though?
Is he still on the 8 ball?
That's unlucky, that, to be fair. What a shot this is.
He has pulled out a hell of a finish here if he can get this 8 ball into a pocket. He's done so well just to get this far.
I think he can jack his cue up and pot it in the corner. Yeah, it's...
He has got time on this. He's called his extension. He's got time to line it up.
People seem to miss these thin, so he'd hit the probably short rail at the top. But
oh, what a finish. What a finish. Jake McCartney with highlight reel stuff to kick off the second set.
Wow.
I mean, that is just outstanding from the Aussie. Just brilliant.
It's a massive break for Marc.
Yeah, he's just got to try and work hard to put all that out of his mind. He's hit that break beautifully.
Perfect. Yeah, a great break.
But players are only human, and it doesn't matter how good your mental fortitude is at times. You can't not sit in your chair there and not feel a single flicker of emotion with that finish that Jake took out.
Even I was sat in my seat thinking, wow. That back double on this table is so tough, the amount it skids off the rail. So
oh, yeah, I mean, he's judged some serious doubles in this game. It really has been impressive.
And even though they're in the open here, he's got a headache with the yellow on the bulk line near the red.
Yeah, I'd imagine he wants to clear his work in sections, so it's clear the bottom of the table first and then get to work on the top. But those 2 yellows just south of the bulk line also need a little bit of a solve.
No, he's flipped the red, and he's landed absolutely perfect, I think, here, JMO. Because he can pot this near the reds, which is actually a problem. Boggs only goes in sort of two bags. And he can get right behind the other 2 yellows now.
Yeah, he needs to take those into the middle, really, because, as you say, the top corner pockets are both protected by red balls.
And he's just landed a bit too close to the rail now, I think. Is he going to... Oh, I don't know what he's thinking. I was thinking of coming through and then having an angle to then bump his badge yellow out. Yeah, I think he is. He's not jacking up. Doesn't want to be too straight. And that's a great shot. It's a fantastic shot, that, from Marc. Judged the pace.
Judged that really, really well.
The only problem is now, he's got to hit the yellow full in the face and be on it into the top left-hand pocket as we see it. If he flicks it half ball and goes into the red, I think it's a dead finish. Or you'll have to play this with loads of left-hand side, I think.
Yeah, wants to avoid the red at all costs.
Oh,
has he got a shot?
I mean, this is nasty. You're bridging, you're close. This has just got foul all over it. And
yeah,
Scott
Price will be all over this. Yeah, this is horrible. He's Chinese snookered. He's also bridging over. Look at this.
Wow.
Well, he can get to the side of it, which does kind of help.
Oh no,
he's going to foul. Not the foul we expected, but the foul we got anyway. No cushion hit after contact. And Marc Fleming is going to run aground.
It was a tough one for Scott, that.
You can just see how difficult that shot was. You know, it's tough enough when you're cueing it straight down.
Yeah, definitely.
But cueing it from the side there is so difficult to judge, and he had to because of how hampered he was.
Oh yeah, definitely. He was hampered cueing. He had to play it with side. He had to try to hold for the black. It was just not much going for him in that shot. And to be fair, he was quite unlucky to land where he landed. But when you're playing a cannon, you never know where the ball your cannon's going, really. And Jake's just making sure, you know, because that 2-frame lead's massive in a race to 7. I think he's going to try and screw. Yeah, put exactly where his cue is, and both of these reds will go in the middle. Just wants to avoid the middle pocket and the black. Yeah, lovely shot. He's just a bit shorter, you know. He wanted to probably have an extra 6 inches on that so he could just roll these 2 reds in the middle. Jacking up. Doesn't want to flick the other red. It's a good shot. Fantastic shot. Very well controlled.
You must say, whilst I think Marc's played really well in this match, I think he's had to go at really tough chances at times and not always got them. He's made plenty of good ones as well, make no mistake, but I mean, how good has Jake been?
He's been fantastic
in this match so far. Been really, really good.
Yeah, his cue ball, Jake's been phenomenal. He's unbelievable cue ball, and then when he's got the tough shots, he's found probably 3 or 4, hasn't he?
Well, you're right, nothing off with this man at the moment.
Where's the black? Oh, there we go. There's the black one. No. I was getting excited because the white was going near the corner and I was watching them both.
You're making a rod for your own back here, Deej, because with Mellon's reaction to the golden break earlier, you constantly hunting him.
Oh, yeah. I just look at it. As soon as he breaks, I'm looking at the black there. I mean, he's
breaking so well at the minute, and he's one of the few actually who sort of consistently gets the 8-ball in motion off that front ball break.
Yeah.
Scott Gillespie, I know, is another one who has a great habit of doing that, but most have to go to the cut break to sort of get that reaction on the 8-ball.
We're not allowed to mention Scott Gillespie. All right.
Yeah, are you two back on speaking terms?
No,
yet,
we're not talking yet.
Okay,
no.
just checking. Jake's choosing yellows to go out here, and the one he's just got to be a little bit careful of is the one at the top of your picture right now, closest to that left centre pocket. He could just snick that in the left centre, but he wants to be directly behind it if he's going to do that.
Yeah, he wants it to be his last ball for the 8-ball. Jake just looks so cool around the table. Oh, he's a little bit short there, Jake. He wants to be putting both of these yellows in the same pocket. And you can hear him tutting in the background there. Just... He could have actually gone too far on that, Jake, and been on the other yellow. He's got to proper hold this. Low to bottom, and it's a lovely shot.
This is far from an easy finish, though, you've got to say.
He's got to hold this lovely now. He's going to play this with lots and lots of bottom, but it'll be sort of like a soft screw shot, because he needs to be... If he goes behind these reds, it's finish over.
Is he almost going to try and drag this in?
I think it'll be a little soft screw.
Yeah,
just like
that. Great call.
Perfect. I mean, just looked at his face then. And yeah, he's going to be a little bit further away than he wanted. He probably went a roll too far. I mean, we're just being Phil Harrison again, aren't we? I think he's gone great, and we're just nitpicking here because he's been so perfect tonight.
Yeah, for sure, nitpicking. This is tricky, though.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I wanted to be a little bit closer.
Well, he's got to die this in, and he doesn't have much margin for error. That red, is next to the 8 ball. Will play very big here. He can't come off this cushion with any great velocity. He's got to kill this cue ball. That's how much margin he's got. This is tight.
It's going to be a drag shot here. Oh, fantastic.
Gorgeous stuff from Jake. It really is. He's playing at such a high level.
Yeah, that swag around the table when he potted that, he knew what a great finish that's been. That's been a fantastic finish.
Awesome stuff from Jake McCartney. He's sort of living up to what we've just been saying. He's taking out some good finishes, the ones you sort of expect players of his level to take, but he's taking out some great ones as well, and that's another one.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, Mark. And that's where the pool gods come into play.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Yes, you could say that, but also...
He's hitting bad, hasn't he? You know,
yeah, I think he's almost tried too hard at this. He's tried to really force something.
And he knew on his face straight away. And he's been frozen out this set, Mark, to be honest. Jake's been that good. And I feel a bit for Mark because he's cueing so well. He just wants some clear-cut chances, and he's just not been able to get them. And
yeah, it's been a battle.
Yeah, it's the chances that he's been getting have been tough, you know. And that's where in pool you might get the chances, but some people might get easier chances, some people might get the tougher ones, and you know, and unfortunately the scorecard doesn't reflect that. That sneaked up on him, didn't it?
Yeah,
Put the white down and went, oh.
He had all the time in the world until he didn't. So yellow's the choice, and again, work to do on yellows. The one close to the left middle pocket, rather, is a little bit of a problem ball. He's got plenty around it though to help him develop it. I don't think he's ideal here.
No, I think he was trying to hold on that ball and he's ended up going through it.
I think he's in a world of trouble. I don't think our yellow passes.
Little swerve shot, maybe flick it off the other yellow. Oh, it went. No, it didn't.
No, it didn't go. He tried to absolutely cheat it in, but pocket held firm. And, well, reds are a great chance here. If Mark is to have a chance in this match, you feel it's got to start now, and these have got to go.
Yeah, I do fancy Mark to get these. But at 3-0 down when you've been frozen out for a while, they're not easy. He's got a perfect ball to connect onto the one on the rail. It's one over the middle. That's what he's looking at now. He might actually be playing the red off the yellow to knock the red further down the cushion. I think he might hit the yellow and the yellow might hit the jaw. Depends how he plays this. Yeah, it just flicked the jaw and... Oh, and then... When it's not going for you. It's not going for you. He's just flicked it over the top right hand side so that red doesn't pass. And Mark's got another little headache now. He's got to get onto it now, I guess. Oh, and he's oof. I'm not sure if that was a bounce out or is it the jaw. Let's have a look. It's the only problem when you're playing it at these paces. Oh, he has it that tough. And by the way, what a shot from Jake McCartney. When you guys look at that replay, he's just played the most delicate touch. Oh, wow.
I mean, that's a brutal snooker to lay right there.
And the where he was, that's just as good as any shot he's played in the game so far. That was a fantastic shot. Much tougher than it looked. Wow, and that's how much... knowledge.
Well, I mean, I think what you were just about to say there was, well, that's just how much these cushions slide, right?
Definitely, yeah. That he's played for the one in the middle of the table. And nearly gone and off in the corner.
But a positive result for Marc Fleming nevertheless. He's not left Jake actually anything to
No,
go
he's
at
not.
here. He's had a bit of a run. And he'll be thinking about time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, can he cut this back into the top right-hand corner? No.
Yeah, play pure cue ball there. Didn't worry too much about the yellow.
And look how smart of a shot that is from Jake. We were talking about how smart he is as a pool player. He's played that shot knowing that he's not going to leave.
Well, I think Mark's snookered on all of his reds.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's going to have to cut this one in the middle of the table. But what a tough shot that is. And with the white flying around the table and being 3-0 up, that's just a fantastic shot.
Yeah, it's a really calculated shot, that, from Jake.
It's a big shot here from Mark, and he knows it. He's revving up his cue.
Yeah, he's like he's powering up.
Yeah.
What's Flambeau got for us? Needs to pull something out the fire.
He might actually go into the red if he put. Oh, no.
And these are all there now for Jake McCartney.
Yeah, he just wants to be on the one in the middle, and that is a fantastic cue ball. That is... Probably couldn't put it better with your hand, I don't think.
I must say, this really is as good as I've seen Jake play in a long while. He is razor sharp. Played well yesterday in the morning session, make no mistake. But he's been superb this evening.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. Even though the way he's played this, it's a bit close for comfort. Would have loved to be an extra inch further away. And that,
Just.
And that is the new cushions, the new cloth, and
That's
the
where the
brand new
conditions
balls.
help. It really is where the conditions help. Make no mistake. Jake McCartney rumbles through another finish, goes 4-0 up in the set. Cool, I mean, that's just perfect.
Absolutely crunched him.
I know he's been working hard on his break, but goodness me, this is, you can't hit them better. You just cannot hit them better.
Screwed straight into the middle of the top rail.
Even Marc Fleming
Perfect.
is showing his appreciation, knows how good a hit that was. When you're breaking like this and giving yourself chances, they've not always been easy. But Jake is having the lion's share of opportunities. Yellows will be the colour of choice. And he's straight on the one at the bottom of the table. Therefore, his work will be centred around that top left corner. The red is a bit of a hindrance, but there's ways around it. He may look to land on the furthest right of the three yellows and possibly play that in to the top left off the red.
Yeah,
what else are you seeing, Deej?
I was trying to see what angle he's got here. He's playing this with loads of bottom left off the cushion. That was the only problem. And oh, that red has just gone in the way of the shot that I think you were talking about there, JMO, coming off the red. I think he's
Right, is he looking at yellow off the rail, off the red? This would be some shot.
I think the red might be too close to
It looks
the
like
rail.
it does look like it, but I mean, at this point we should probably give up trying to call what Jake's going to do next, because he's been magic.
You think he's going to have to sit super thick? Oh, I see that. You know, it's not a bad shot from Jake.
I think he's played that with knowledge that he knew he wasn't going to leave anything if it didn't go. And he's killed a little bit one of Mark's balls there by pushing it to the top rail.
Yeah, and Mark can get through to this one over the pocket. Yeah, lovely cued from Marco. Fantastic cueing.
Tough out from here though.
I'm not sure if he's going to play them. The red near the yellow that's sort of tied up. Does that go into the middle pocket? Because if it does, he might end up having to play it in that one.
Red off three cushions, very nice. And he's got a lovely angle on this one to the top right, just to drift into his area that he needs to. It's a great shot that from Marc Fleming.
Yeah, it's fantastic cueing. It's just that's what he's looking at. He's looking if he goes into this yellow, will he be on it to the same pocket of the red that he might be playing this red into now? Oh, sneaks in, and he's absolutely perfect space into the top, into the bottom left, as we're going to show you now. Yeah, he's perfect.
Yeah, you could see with the revolutions on the cue ball there, he played that with rakes of side to get the cue ball where it needed to be. It almost made him miss the shot. But, I mean, well, this will be some clearance if Marc Fleming can get these.
Just doesn't want to be straight on the ball over the rail, sorry, near his hand. No, he's played that lovely. Played that really well. He's on this one into the middle now. Absolutely perfect. This is a great response from Marc. It's a dogfight.
It just shows so much character, doesn't it? 4-0 down, 1 set down. It would be so easy to sort of mentally throw in the towel here, but Marc Fleming is still fighting, and this is a clearance of real quality and character.
Yeah, definitely. Is he going to come through the gap through the yellows, or is he coming near his hand? I think he's going to go through the yellows. Oh, lovely. Lovely cue ball control, and you're going to have to drag Marc Fleming off this pool table. He ain't going to give up yet.
Yeah, some clearance this from Marc. Really, really impressive.
Make sure on this one, Marco. Lovely.
Brilliant clearance that, and nice to hear the sort of the little ripple he got in the audience here as well. A large portion of whom I suspect are here for their buddy Jake McCartney, who is a little bit of a hometown favourite here, but there comes the cut break.
Yeah. Where is the 8-ball going, Junior?
Well, it's no surprise to see him change things up.
Where is it? Where is it? Oh yeah, you heard a ooh in the crowd.
Certainly got it wiggling, didn't he?
Yeah.
But he didn't make a ball.
No. And even though there's a lot of clusters in this finish, Jake comes to the table, and I just think he's going to get them. I just think he's going to find a way to clear up every single time he comes to the table, and it's not a bad asset to have if that's what people are thinking.
Well, he's just played at such a high level. Straight into the cluster.
Yeah, and you know what?
All the yellows just unfold for him.
He's had a bit of run there as well. That yellow that was tracking down the table, hitting that red. If it does miss the red, it was going over the other red near the pocket and was going dead. So he's got a little bit of run there, but I always say if you are going for the finish, if you're going to be brave by opening up balls, you do deserve a bit of run.
Yeah, make your own luck and all that.
I think he's just going to play this down the rail now and then land on the yellow into the right-hand centre. Yeah, lovely. Didn't even touch the sides of that one.
Yeah, that was clean.
That was crisp. Not like the last one he played into that pocket, but they all count.
Yeah, and even at this stage in the match when Jake has taken out so many finishes, a pot like that can't help but breed confidence. When you've cued one in like that down the rail, crystal clean, he'll be absolutely flying at the moment.
Yeah, that was a lovely shot as well to land straight on this yellow in the right-hand centre. And then he can just play, it's just dot to dot here for Jake. He's just going to screw back about 2 to 3 inches now and then leave himself a nice angle to float down to the bottom half of the table. And then he'll be putting the other yellow in the right-hand centre as we look at it, and then he can do what he wants with the black.
Yeah, it goes to pretty much all the pockets bar 1 or 2. This is all easy from here, but when he came to the table, this wasn't simple. This is the mark of how well Jake's been playing. He's making tough finishes at the start look very, very simple indeed.
So relaxed. You wouldn't know if he's in an ultimate pool quarter final or having a knock down the pub with his mates sometimes.
Just as good at both, I can assure you. This for 5-1, and with 14 minutes and a little bit of change remaining, Jake McCartney doesn't just have 1 foot in the semi-final now, he's sneaking in toes from the other as well.
Where's the cue ball? Oh, he's dry. No, he's not. Yes, he's... No, he's not. Look at the white.
Rolling, but look at the cue ball. I think ironically, Jake's probably hoping that red doesn't go in.
Yeah. Look at him smiling there because he knew he went close. He sees this red. Inside he's shouting, no. The bottom lip come out then, I seen that. Yeah, it's a nice shot by Jake, just tying up that yellow. It's a lovely touch, that. Tougher shot than it looked.
Over to you, he says.
Yeah.
And Marc Fleming will have the first proper go at this frame, and you know he's got to go for them. There'll be no consideration for playing safe here. Marc Fleming is right up against it on both the clock and the scoreboard. You can see a quickening of the pace around the table from Flambeau.
Yeah, and you know he's got to go now. He's got to find something from nothing, really. He's got 4 of his 6 balls all tied up. He's going to have to play a cannon on here, and hopefully he's on another ball. And he's played that lovely.
Yeah, his big shot now in the frame, and that was nice. His big shot is going into the cluster by the triangle
Is it
line.
a plant into the middle?
I'll tell you what, that's not a bad shout.
Is it a plant to the middle? I don't think he's looked.
Won't be far away. It's tough to tell from our angle. We've got the overhead here as well, and I mean it looks close, but it's one of those you'll only know when you're right behind it.
I think he's going to play into it now. I mean, when you're on a 15.
Oh, there you go, Deej.
Yeah.
But it looks like he might not have full access to that yellow either. Close, but he's going to go into it either way.
Lovely, lovely. Deserves a bit of luck, and wow, what a shot that is. You hear a little ripple of applause in the crowd. Who cares if it was a plant when you can play it like that?
Yeah, brilliant execution.
Just needs to be perfect here. Needs to.
Yes, there's still no room for error.
Oh. And I thought he might have played on it then, you see, just to give himself the best of both, but he is stretching as well.
Got to hit the gap.
Oh, he's perfect. That's a great shot. Wow, what a finish this will be.
Brilliant stuff from Marc Fleming. He's going to take 2 frames out of 7 so far in this set, and both visits have been absolutely superb.
No. Ooh.
Just side of the pocket, doesn't matter, it's in.
Great player. Needs a ball. White, not that one.
That's tough.
Oh, wow, especially after the finish he's just took out. I mean, if you're being ultra critical, you can say he did hit the jaw of the middle pocket. You know, Jake's been screwing it straight back to the bottom rail, and let's see Mark's face here now. Oh, he knows.
It's tough, but I think if he's honest with himself, he knows he didn't hit that break as well as he wanted to.
Look at Scott Price there, looking all serious. One day he'll smile. And these red balls, he's got a tricky red ball on the left-hand side, but I think it does go past the yellow. He's just got to connect the dots here, get on the hill, and Marc Fleming will have about 8 minutes to claw back 5 frames, which is...
I mean, that would probably be the greatest comeback we've seen in a little while.
Reminds me of Jordan Shepherd against Michael Hill last year.
Yep.
In the second round. It was the first round, wasn't it? And he went on to win it. But Jake isn't out here yet, though. He's got a couple of tricky balls.
That noise indicates the 15-second shot clock will follow this shot.
The noise we all dread to hear, and by the way, that is perfect. That's a great shot. Just needs to cue this nice.
Yeah, they always catch you out early on.
Yeah, they do.
It's not. It's so often isn't the 15 seconds a shot that catches you out. It's just that first couple of transitions when you're used to 30 and then it becomes 15. It's a really sharp drop. So it goes bottom first now. We'll take the one to the top. He's got a natural position on his next one. Glorious.
Lovely shot. He's going to be playing this with... Oh, he's screwing it and putting it in the other corner. Oh, he's looking in the middle.
Yeah, lovely shot. This to go on the hill in the second set. This has been an all-star performance from Jake McCartney.
He's already missed an 8-ball into this pocket, though.
Never in doubt.
Never in doubt, no. Lightning doesn't strike twice.
You just ask, you know, Rob Warren, likes of Phil Parkin, Aaron Davies as well.
Oh, Aaron Davies,
who made one mistake in 2 matches and finds himself heading home. It's a brutal game, this. You've not only got to play well, you have to have a little bit of run as well. There isn't a single player who's won a tournament with Ultimate Pool who's not at some stage had some run to win a game.
Oh, and there's Marco.
That might be that.
Yeah, pushing the boat out, and as he's done that, he's pushed one of his yellows to the worst place on the pool table, just beyond the knuckle on the side rail, and he's opened up the reds. So I think that could be Mark's last shot.
Yeah, we think that could be the case. Reds will be the choice then for Jakey. And might look a little bit claustrophobic down by the triangle area, but all these reds have a pocket. It's just about picking your pattern.
He's played a nice little cannon on the I tell you what a shot that is. Jake is going to be so tough to beat this week if he keeps up with this form.
At this level, this is title-winning. This is title-winning form. It may not, as we've mentioned before, it may not be enough. But Jake McCartney, make absolutely no mistake, is playing well enough to beat anybody in the world right now.
That just shows his confidence. Them reds all went. And yeah, they were a little bit tricky, but he thought he could play a perfect can on the yellow, open them up all up, and just landed absolutely perfect.
He's going to leave the reds to the right of the table, up by the top right rail to last, you'd imagine. Just play a couple of good shots here. He's even just going to accept a bit of distance here.
Yeah, I was just about to say he might take a little bit of distance on this red, but the way he's been queuing.
Is he going to screw it back between the gap of those 2 yellows? Surely not.
Probably. No, he's always going to drop it in the middle. Lovely.
Falling as all, but he's got perfect natural position onto the 8-ball. This is just about making the pot.
Doesn't want to be bridging on the 8-ball though. Doesn't want to be bridging. Nah, he's fine.
What a visit! What a visit! What a performance!
Wow, this has been absolutely frightening from Jake, to be honest.
Jake McCartney is into an Ultimate Pool semi-final for the first time in a while. That was a quality affair between 2 really, really good players. Feel a little bit for Marc Fleming on Ultimate Pool Pro Series debut. He has run deep, his first Ultimate Pool Pro quarter-final, but in the end he falls short of the semi-final stage. An exhibition from Jake McCartney in quality finishing, outstanding shots throughout, and he takes his place in the semi-final where he'll meet Sean Storey tomorrow afternoon. Awesome stuff from McCartney. We'll speak to him when we come back.